Hello and welcome back to Infinity, the role-playing game, our live stream. This is our second session with my lovely players. If you'd like to introduce yourselves, please, guys.
Hi, I'm Katya. I'm playing Mei Li Tung, who is from the Yujing faction, and I will be playing the military, I guess.
I'm Shaun. I'm playing Raoul from the Nomad faction, and I'm a negotiator.
I'm Gavin. I'm playing Harlem Beach, who is from Pan Oceania, and he is a resident hacking and stealth person.
Excellent.
Agent.
Yeah. You are all Bureau Noir agents, and I will do a quick recap for you if you didn't see last week's session. So the guys arrived on Bakunin, tasked by Bureau Noir of the O12 to uncover potential allegations of a rogue AI being developed on board. When they arrived, they went to see their contact Evie Kepler, who gave them a contact of hers, Casper Holman, owner and proprietor of Dark Vibes, Vaudeville's finest deep grindwave club. And on getting there and successfully intimidating him, they got some more information, which leads us to today's session. They have some information about where the lab potentially is situated. It's a Praxis Black Lab, where all of the unregulated research on quasi-illegal things goes on Bakunin. They also have the address of the offices of the company that has made some of the technology that went into the AI cube that they discovered, Paragon Sigma, and their address in Dome 1. They also have found out that Kepler lied to them when they first interviewed her. She told them that it was one of her colleagues that had actually done the shipment. And in fact, it was not. It was her, according to her own contact. So, guys, are we ready to carry on? So, you've just left Dark Vibes. Your ears still ringing with the sound of the deep grind wave. I presume you've purchased
The entire back catalogue.
the entire back catalogue of everyone who's ever made
I've created
anything.
alerts for whatever the next big thing will be.
Yeah, which of course will be tomorrow.
Deep grind wave is so last week.
Yeah, it's already over.
Yeah.
What's the next step, guys?
Should we make our way to the labs?
Well, we've got three options, haven't we? We've got the labs. We've got go in front Evie Kepler again. Or we can go to the offices of Paragon Sigma.
I don't really trust Evie, so I don't
I don't
think we
trust
should
her
go
either.
back.
Remember, we've got my repeater is still powered down on her spaceship as well. So if we want to do if you want me to do a bit of snooping around, I probably can. But
It might tip her off that we're doing that.
it might. But I don't really care about that now. Now that she's lied to us, I don't think being softly. Or we could go there and you could do your big and menacing thing and see if we can intimidate her.
She was quite difficult to get any information out of.
Yeah.
Though.
Do we think there's any point?
I don't think there's any point.
Do we think we can get anything more of use out of her? She hasn't got the thing now.
I don't know, maybe. Okay, we'll put that one to one side for a bit.
Yeah.
So it's do we go to the Black Labs or do we go to the offices?
Are the Black Labs open to the public?
No. Ostensibly, no. They're a network of tunnels, bulkheads, corridors, all running through the area of Praxis. They're all mostly corporate owned, while there are sort of main highways that are ostensibly open to the public. Obviously, if you go go up knocking at the door, there will be guards around because these are all sort of, defended labs, if you like, because they're all owned by corporations doing all sorts of stuff inside them.
It depends on how much noise we're willing to make, really, doesn't it?
But do any of us have any connection that would be useful to these labs?
No, not specifically.
Like we could be like, we're from O12, let us in, and they'd be like, oh, okay.
You have O12 credentials, you can certainly go up and flash your O12 credentials. Whether or not they'll care that you have O12 credentials is a different matter. This sort of corporate security tends to be very secretive, for good reason, because what they're carrying out, while not illegal in Bakunin, is probably illegal in the rest of the human sphere.
Yeah.
I think if we go to the office, we're going to be tipping them off that we're interested.
Yeah.
So I think we should just go straight to the labs and see if we can find something out. If not, get inside before they're aware that we're interested.
Well, I mean, if that was where the tech came from, I think it's more likely that we'll find offices at the lab. More likely that we'll find information at the labs than we will do in the offices.
Yeah, I say lab.
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 Okay. What's the approach? You know roughly where it is. So you have a sort of, a map of Bakunin.
Yeah.
And you can zoom in, you can see where the publicly accessible bits end, essentially. And then after that, on the data that you have anyway, is just a big blank spot, because obviously all of this is private information.
Well, there we are, the data that we have.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you do any digging for data so you can see what other entrances there are?
Well, yes, I can.
Sure.
That's exactly the kind of thing that I can do. Okay, so I'm going to do some hacking then.
Okay,
See what I can find out about the Paragon Sigma Praxis Black Labs.
Okay, cool. So what's the hacking approach? You've got a terminal. Where do you want to hack? So the way hacking works in Infinity is it works by zones, ostensibly. So at the moment you're on a public terminal. You're connected to the ArachneNet. There is probably a Maya node as well that you can go through. You know that Paragon Sigma has their offices. You know where that node is. The Black Lab won't be publicly listed, but there will probably be a connection that you can get through. Describe to me your sort of attack approach.
So I would, first of all, probably infiltrate a completely unrelated company, and then use them as a stepping stone to go to the Paragon Sigma main office.
Okay.
Break in there so it looks like it's coming from somewhere else, and then look for a route from the Paragon Sigma main office into the Black Labs.
Bear in mind, if you are on a public terminal, then...
Well, that's why I'm going to this other.
Yeah, okay. So you still want to go through, because obviously the
Just
more
to
zones...
muddy the trail.
Okay, sure. The more zones you go through, the more difficult the test becomes, just so you're aware.
Okay, so do I think that I would be able to hack the Paragon Sigma main office effectively from where I am?
Yes, you can do that because it's office infrastructure. It's not so difficult, so that would probably be a difficulty 2 test.
Okay.
To get into the Black Lab, because it's another zone difference, we'll add +1 onto that. Plus, it would be probably a bit more difficult because of the fact that it's a Black Lab. So obviously, it's fairly heavily restricted.
Security.
Yeah, security. Yeah,
that's a surprise.
So it's pretty tricky to do from where you are. But for example, if you were actually at the offices, then it would be 1 difficulty less because you're not going through that zone.
Well, maybe we should do that.
So
head to the offices.
Can we just stand outside?
Again,
subdue everybody. Hack a terminal.
Bearing in mind, of course, with the roles that you've been doing, you've been rolling really well.
Yeah, but that was
so,
you can't rely on that. That was last week.
I mean, if you want to buy dice, of course, you can always pay me in heat.
That's true.
If you want lots of extra dice,
like any heat last time, so it might be all right.
Yeah.
Feel free. Just you can just buy. You can buy dice with heat.
Let's go to the office. How big are the offices here? I mean, are we talking a little shop front?
No, this is a tower. It's a big company. They're huge. Cyber mega corporation sort of job. They've got glowing red lights at the side of the building and everything. It looks suitably evil at nighttime.
If we were at the office or in the office, what would you need to be able to hack?
A terminal.
Okay.
Terminal?
Yeah, terminal.
Do they have public terminals available within the office on their network?
That would be outside of the office network, though. There'd probably be a firewall between.
We're going to need to be inside their network for me to be able to gain any benefit from doing it from within the offices. We could always do something like go in there and say that we're 12 and get to see some flunky functionary, subdue him and use his terminal or her terminal, their terminal.
But then we're put in a situation where
we're
we've let them know that we're interested in something, and if they've still got, or if the cube came back to them, then it might. There we go.
So
I'm just
going to say, I'll be overthinking this. Let's just
I honestly think
yeah.
I don't think we even need to go to the office. I think we can just do it.
You just try
Okay,
it.
alright, yeah.
Just
okay.
buy
What's
a
the
few
worst
dice.
that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen?
Is it
If you
one
see
for
my
one?
brain,
Sorry.
Is
if
it
you
one
see
for
my
one?
head pop like an
It's
override
normally
manner.
1 for 1, but I think Gavin might have a talent where he can get 2 for 1. Is that
Ooh.
right?
Add 2d20 instead of 1 when spending
you go.
momentum on stealth.
How many?
Oh, on stealth. Ooh, not for hacking, unfortunately. Right, okay. But you-
Re-roll a number of damage dice equal to number of hacking talents.
You can re-roll any
Re-roll
1d20.
one d20 in any hacking test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
How many dice do you want? I think
Some.
you can get 3.
What have we got? I start off with 2 anyway, don't I?
Difficulty
give
4.
me the 8. So, yeah, it's difficulty 4. So you need 4 successes.
Yeah,
I
so
think you get
you know,
5 dice.
5 dice.
Thank you.
5 dice.
You can do it.
Hacking. What is my hacking? Hacking's pretty good.
Yeah. So your target number should be on the far right column of
16.
Ooh.
your... Okay.
Oh.
There you go. 4 successes.
4 successes, and I can re-roll anyone
You
anyway.
can.
So I'll re-roll that
You have to
17.
accept the result of the second roll, regardless of what it is.
There we
Okay,
go.
there you go.
And that counts as 2 successes.
We get
Yeah.
momentum.
So you do. You get an extra 2 momentum back now with your 6 successes. So there you go. You see, it's,
Nice.
you're very, very good at hacking.
I am.
Don't need to be so worried. Okay, cool. So you hack through Paragon Sigma's terminals. You get in and you get into there, and you find the Black Lab on their servers. What you find is a huge file directory with nothing in it. Everything has been scrubbed, and it's been done fairly recently. What you do find while you're digging through, because you are apparently an expert hacker that can do that so easily, I really should have made your sheets not so good. Yeah, what you find, there we go. You find a fingerprint of the person, somebody who has previously hacked the Black Lab system,
Okay.
and who deleted everything. It has an unmistakable fingerprint. It's not the sort of hack that anybody else is trained or capable of doing, and it's a fingerprint of an Aleph aspect.
Okay.
Remind me what that is again.
So an aspect of Aleph is the AI, the ostensibly only AI that is supposed to exist in the whole of the human sphere. An aspect of Aleph is a personality construct of the AI. It's still the AI, their thoughts are the same, but it's a section of it that it's bottled up and put into a living body.
Oh yeah.
So it uses them as its avatars, soldiers, all sorts of different things, agents, and they have independence to a certain extent, but they are still Aleph, if that makes sense. So
What's Aleph's relationship with Bureau Noir?
So in theory, Aleph runs the O12.
Right.
So the O12 is sort of a United Nations kind of organization made up of all the different factions, so Yujing, Pan-Oceania. Aleph holds a seat in the same way that all of the other nations do. But ostensibly, all the other nations ask Aleph for advice on what should we do, and whatever Aleph says goes, because it's pretty much always right. Even when it seems like it's wrong, 10 years down the line, it will turn out to have been right. So it's...
Someone disagrees with that.
Yeah, of course, the nomads disagree with this intently, and they think it's always wrong, and that it shouldn't be allowed to exist, and that it's an affront to God. So views do differ.
I think twice.
Couldn't have said it better yourself.
Absolutely.
Pan-Oceania, on the other hand, think it's a fantastic tool, and that it's brilliant because it's what's advanced us into our, future as it is today.
So, just so we're clear,
Yeah.
our orders won't have come from Aleph, but
Not directly.
No, but our superiors could well have been advised by Aleph.
Could have been. Ultimately, you don't answer to Aleph, you answer to the O12.
Yeah,
So you
But
don't
Aleph's-
answer to Aleph.
Aleph's one of the O12.
Does Aleph speak with one voice, or is there kind of internal factionalism within it?
So there are there are reports of unconfirmed reports, which are obviously just speculation of Aleph aspects going rogue and developing true independence by breaking off from Aleph. These are, of course, all rumours, and nothing of the sort has ever happened.
Okay. Can I see into the Black Labs themselves from here? Can I access camera feeds or anything like that?
No, everything has been wiped.
Everything's been wiped.
The whole system's been pulled.
Did you
And
at
it's been
least
done
manage to
very
find a
recently.
way
It's
in?
been done within the last 2 hours.
Within the last 2 hours.
For the last 2 hours? Jeez.
Yeah. There are cameras outside the labs, which I'll say it's on the same hacking roll, which you managed to hack into, and they show corporate security patrolling the corridors outside.
Okay, the building's not in flames or anything like that. No. Okay. Right. Well, while I'm here, I'm going to see what I can find out about Paragon Sigma as well.
Okay, sure, yeah. So you hack into Paragon Sigma, and everything is being wiped.
Being wiped. Is there
process.
somebody else in the system at the moment?
Sorry?
Is there someone else in the system at the moment?
Yeah. At the moment, there's lots of people in the system. All the employees. You tap into the camera feeds, and you see a mass shredding operation. Everything is.
Wait,
imagine
physically shredding
Sorry?
stuff?
Physical shredding.
No, because we don't
don't
use that
have
sort
paper.
of technology.
Yeah.
It's the digital equivalent of Wall Street in the 80s when they were coming in to check all their documents.
Okay, well, I'm going to start.
Everything is being.
I'm going to start grabbing all the files that I can before they disappear and save them to local storage and all that kind of stuff. Whatever I can get.
Cool, you're getting fragments here, there, it's all going to storage. There are literally tens of thousands of files. There is a lot to go through.
Okay, well, I'll get what I can because it's all going to disappear.
Yeah, no, sure. So you get loads and loads and loads of stuff, terabytes worth of stuff.
So is it apparent that the staff at Paragon Sigma are deleting all this stuff? It's them doing it.
I'll be sharing this with my team. As it's
Sorry?
going on. I will be sharing all of this with my team
sure,
as it's
yeah.
going on.
So yeah, as you're downloading, obviously everything is being wiped, and the camera feeds click off.
Yeah.
But was it apparent that it was Paragon Sigma staff that were deleting it?
Yeah, well, it was all Paragon Sigma accounts all being in.
apart
You can
from
see
that
lots of
one-
people on the cameras busy at the terminals going,
They've clearly been tipped off. They know that something's up and the heat's closing in.
Shouldn't we find a way in?
Well, I mean, we can go to the Black Labs and have a look. But if we're going to do it, we need to do it quickly, or they're just going to physically shred anything that was there, or chuck it out of the airlock, or into the fusion reactor, or whatever they do to get rid of evidence.
Okay. If we're at the offices now and we want to act quickly, we need to. We're not going to be able to save much because the place is so massive. We have to target what it is we're specifically looking for. So if we can think of something we could gain from rocking up and waving our credentials around and stopping them doing something,
I don't think it'll stop.
I don't think it will either.
Sorry, just one thing which I did forget to tell you, which probably has some bearing. The offices are huge. It's a massive tower, as I said. The Black Labs are considerably smaller.
This is what I think. Let's
It's
just
a
go
small
straight to the
network
Black Labs.
of rooms, because obviously it's not.
Well, that was the original idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what's your approach? You getting a taxi, essentially, sort of.
What's the area around it like?
Vehicles that we can use?
They're all AI controlled.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well, not AI controlled, but limited AI.
Yeah.
Not true AI.
Yeah,
as it
yeah.
were. Yeah.
I don't think
Not
we're going
allowed
to get
on
in with
quick
our O12
I don't think so either.
credentials, so I think we're going to have to get in by force.
Or stealth and then force what's in there.
I doubt stealth because it's heavily guarded.
But he's very good at hacking.
I know,
stealth.
but we need to get in there.
I know. He can climb in through the bathroom window and then unlock the front door. I'm sure that's how it
Yeah,
works.
Okay, so you're traveling. You've got an sort of self-driving sort of taxi on one of the thoroughfares.
Yeah.
You have arrived a little bit away,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can scope out the area.
Could you? like what is around the labs?
So it's basically it's a huge tunnel essentially going through the ship. And on this tunnel, there are obviously the automated transport systems, which pick people up, drop them off, like little capsules that pop you around the sort of the main arteries, if you like, of the ship. In this particular area, rather than dropping you off a sort of network of corridors and floors that you can explore, it basically just drops you off. It's like an embassy gate, if you like. It's, imagine a street with lots of embassies on, and you've just got gates and you can't see anything because it's all, secretive. That's essentially what you've got here. You've got the main thoroughfare, and you've got sort of a little thing that comes off, and then that's your sort of entrance into whatever this thing is.
And there's a guard post at the gate? Presumably?
Yeah. So the ones you've been past, there is normally a little corridor that goes down, guards patrolling outside, and then a big bulkhead door as an entry. Generally, you've not yet approached the particular lab.
Is the
because you're keeping
security
out of sight.
all computer based? So it's not like there's like physical locks. It's all like coding and all that kind of thing. So he
Generally speaking,
so like Gavin could like.
I can open the doors,
Yeah.
but if there's a guard in the way,
Yeah.
I can't do much about him.
I can get rid of the guard. It's fine.
Equally, even
many?
thick doors can be blown apart with explosives. So
Yeah,
there's always a physical
Are we carrying
solution.
explosives?
Not sure. I don't
yet.
think you do at the moment.
How many guards can we see outside this particular lab, and how well armed? And...
Okay, so you're approaching the lab then.
Well, close enough.
I will
I'm very
make
good at
a
observation, so I'm
stealthy little
close
box.
enough that I can see. All right.
I mean, you could take the capsule past it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Stealthily and
Exciting.
observantly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sort of slip past stealthily and observantly. Can you make an observation check for me, please?
Both of us or just me?
Just you, unless everybody wants to help.
Okay.
You're going to gain nothing from me on observation.
There's also okay, I could help, I guess.
Although I've got this ability where I can substitute my command skill for any observation test.
Yes,
So I can use command.
Oh, that's only for group dynamics. So you can use that when observing groups.
Oh, I see. So I
Of
couldn't.
people. So, for example, when you're in the nightclub, if you wanted to observe the scene on the nightclub floor to try and identify your target within that group, you could use it there, for example.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'll just standard 2, but I can reroll one of them if I don't like it.
Can I assist?
Oh, they're pretty good.
Where's my observation?
Yeah, you can
I'm
assist
gonna
if you
reroll
like
that
it.
one.
How are you assisting him in his observation?
There you go.
That's
I
2
don't-
successes.
Observation is just looking out the window.
I mean, you could be going like,
Yeah, I could do that.
yeah.
I'm
Or you
gonna
could,
feed
You
your
watch the
glasses
left,
for
I'll
you.
watch the right.
Yeah, you could.
yeah. I mean, you're just keeping an eye
I
out as
did
well,
something.
right? Yeah.
I'm helping.
Success.
There you go. 2, 3, 4. An excellent roll. How many successes is that?
That's 3 in total.
3 in total. Okay, you don't have a focus.
No.
Okay.
Right, yeah, I do, but it's
But it's
one.
only one.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 3 successes. I mean, you're pretty much seeing everything there is to see, you think. So there are 2 guards. There is a post, so there is a booth at the start of a long corridor leading down to a sort of octagonal bulkhead door. Octagonal, isn't it? And it opens top to bottom. There seems to be a panel on the side of it. There is a guard in the booth, and there are 2 guards stood by the doors. They seem to you to be sort of standard corporate security.
So there's 5 guards between us and the doors, essentially.
No, there's 3 guards
okay.
on this one. Sorry, yeah, there's 1 in the booth, which is at the front,
And 2 at the...
and then 2 at the back.
Okay.
There is what looks like a barrier of some description, but it's kind of a shimmery. You assume it's a force-field barrier of some description.
Tech stuff, obviously, no trouble for you.
Yeah.
What if we're gonna? We can either assume there's another way in, unlikely, I think, or we can try and talk a way in. That's not going to work. I think we're going to have to be a bit forceful here.
There's too many of them.
And there's only 3.
3 of them.
There's only
There's
3.
3 of us. 3
Yeah.
of them. You're worth at least 2 of them.
We
Probably worth 1 between us.
Yeah, absolutely. But we need their alarm disabled before we start anything.
Yeah, true.
Because we don't want there to be any more than 3.
Yeah.
And then alarms, cameras. If there's any way you can disable those before we even start this, then I think we're golden.
All right. I'll see what I can do. I'll scan the local area.
Okay. Describe to me your approach. You've disembarked again, and you're sort of, let's say, a couple hundred meters down the road, so that they can't spot you. What's the approach?
Well, I'm going to see if I can see the local net for their black labs.
Okay. Again,
I've breached it once already.
Yeah. So you've got the breach for the main lab and the main lab mainframe. The security net is on a separate network, so it's an isolated network for the doors and control. What you were hacking was the sort of the data, if you like.
Well, I'll be hacking the security network then.
Okay, cool. Well, you're in the same zone as it essentially, because you're in the same main corridor bit.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a difficulty sort of 2.5. I'm going to go with 2 because you are quite close to it. So.
Okay, so I'm going to add a point of momentum, which
Sure.
gives me an extra 2 dice.
Okay.
You can't really fail now, can you?
And I'll re-roll that one just for giggles.
Okay.
That one was a success.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
So that's like
that's many successes. Yeah,
2,
you really are too good at this.
5 successes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you're in.
So how many momentum does he get?
Sorry?
Do you get 3 extra momentum?
Yeah, you will get 3 extra momentum. Remember, you max out at 5.
Yeah.
You can't carry more than 5 momentum. Yeah, you're in the security system. What do you want to look at?
Shut it down.
I want to find out what's there first of all.
Okay.
So any hidden guns, cameras, alarms, that sort of thing.
Cameras are all dead.
We knew that already.
This, what you find being in this system is that this is very much an outer system.
Yeah.
And it's registered to the corporate security, not to Paragon Sigma. So it seems like the outer security is separate to the main lab because they don't want to have an interlink between the main lab and the outside guards, basically, because the outside guards don't know what's going on inside.
Right.
What you can tell is that the sort of shimmery thing that you could see before is a laser field, basically, and it's a detection thing rather than an actual possibility. You can walk straight through it, but it will trigger an alarm.
Okay. Well, I'll disable the alarm on it.
Sorry?
I'll disable the link to the alarm so we can walk through it without triggering an alarm.
Okay, but leaving the thing on?
Leaving the thing on because I don't want to tip the guards off yet.
Okay,
That
sure.
anything's happened.
Yep.
Can you unlock everything? At
Yes,
once?
but why don't I do that when we get to it? Because
Yeah.
if we unlock it now,
Yeah,
again,
If you can
I'll
plug
tip
into the
guns.
guard's terminal, you can
I didn't
Yeah.
know you could unlock it when we got there.
Yeah. You've also got the main door control basically on there. That's kind of what you've got. There is camera footage, but it's only showing you what you saw when you went past in the first place.
That's fine. I'll cycle that so people won't see us walking up.
Okay, sure.
Put it on a loop.
Right, okay, so you're gonna do, basically just loop it. Okay, cool. So then, I'm just going to do an observation roll to see if they notice that happening. Because obviously
well, I thought.
there is, it's on a loop, but there is other stuff going on. So obviously if one of them starts moving or whatever, or scratches his nose, will they notice? So I will do one for each of them.
Well, we won't know, will we?
Okay.
Oh.
Well, you know what they're doing because obviously
I mean, I've still got the real feed.
you've still got
from
the real
cameras.
feed, and you can react to that if you want. So you can see that one of the guys is kind of like tapping his AR feed.
Okay, you need to go down there and distract him.
Okay. While you're in there, can you give me a name, any name of anyone that's in there?
I'll see if we can get any details of the
Like
guards out the front. Or what? You want a personal directory inside?
Yeah, just so I can go up and say I've got an
No, because
appointment
this
with
is a
one.
link to the
Oh
interior.
shit!
Yeah, no, you've got. Yeah, I mean, on the outside, it's mostly kind of like a control network for the gates. It doesn't really have the roster. It does have credentials of the guards logged in, actually, though. So
Okay, I've dumped the credentials over to you guys.
Okay. So this is like the guard rotor.
yeah, basically. So you know the names of the 3 guards that are on, and you've got basically their ID scan, essentially.
Ooh, that's useful. Should I just go in and punch them?
Wait, hold on. You can punch them in a minute. We're going to get to that. Promise you. You can
Get
punch
down.
someone.
You need to get down there because they know something's up.
Did you just take some heat?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to hurry up. Do something.
Okay.
He's one of the guards. The guard
Oh,
with
no.
tapping his thing is walking over to the booth.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm going to
So-
cut all their communication lines as well. Quickly.
So there's one guard left at the end of the...
At the end of the corridor,
Okay,
yeah.
let's approach him.
He's obviously at the end of the corridor, so you have to go past the booth to do that.
Oh, I see. Okay,
it's a one-way corridor.
I thought the corridor was... Oh, God. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, well, let's approach the booth.
And say that you're going to
Nonchalantly.
see the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the guy who's tapping his thing, his name is Victor. The guy in the booth, his name is Ralph. And the guy at the end of the corridor, his name is Heinz.
Ooh,
Heinz.
Okay, so Victor and Ralph's in the booth. Victor's gone up to Ralph. Victor's one tapping his razor. Okay.
So as you approach, Rolf, who's in the booth, sorry, I'm trying to remember the names I just gave you, because they don't exist, they're grunts. Rolf sort of sits up sharply as he sees somebody coming, stands up, and, sort of weapon to hand. Excuse me.
Just one sec, sorry. Sorry. To clarify, when you sent us down there, had you told us that you'd cut alarms?
Yes, of course.
There's no way of communicate. They can't communicate. They can't call reinforcements.
Well, they can yell.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, they're now isolated.
Fine.
As far as I know, they're now isolated.
They're isolated as far as the
Unless they
thing.
actually,
They've actually got their own comm logs. You haven't hacked their personal networks.
Yeah.
You've just hacked, the things, so they can still use their comm logs to communicate. They can't use the system. They can't trigger an alarm.
Okay.
But yeah.
On the way over to the booth, I will whisper to you and say, if you see this go south in any way, you just fire away to your heart's content.
What was that?
No, that's what I whispered to him.
Yeah, no, you couldn't hear it. He's asking what it was.
Sorry, I was just saying, doesn't matter.
We're very busy here, sir. Please move along.
We have an appointment
With who?
with Dr. Harold Francis.
Move along. We have no appointments in the log for today, and there isn't a Dr. Harold Francis here.
Well, this is very unusual. I've just come from the Paragon
Heinz.
Sigma. I've just come from the Paragon Sigma offices, and they've told me to speak to Dr. Francis here.
Okay. Look, fine. Do you want to do me a persuasion test, actually, please? It's an easy one, but
I'm not
you
expecting
might get
this to work.
some.
Give him some heat.
How easy are we talking? Any idea?
Yeah, so it's going to be a difficulty 1 test. The security. You're quite convincing, I'm sure, or you're going to be. So
All evidence to the contrary.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'll give you 1 heat.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Sorry.
I'm trying to get some momentum out of this.
Oh. How is it?
Wait, where's my persuade? No. Well, I'm pretty good at persuade. So, I can never remember what that is. What is that?
It's
That's a
the-
one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So that's
If you
4
have-
successes.
4 successes. You're very convincing, even though
You get
he
3.
knows perfectly
I know.
well that this is against his job description. There is nothing in the log. There's no one of that name here. he's still like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I should. So he's like, right, okay. Fine, okay then, sir. Just hold on a second. I'll call into the lab. He tries to contact the lab.
Fine, I'll route it to me.
Sorry?
I'll route it to me.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty genius actually. He's like, yeah, this is Rolf at front desk. I've got a guy out here asking for. Sorry, who was it again?
Dr. Harold Francis.
Dr. Harold Francis? We don't
Is
have
this
anyone
going
on
to
the
take much
roster.
longer?
No, that's fine. Send him in. It's beyond your pay grade.
Really? I mean,
The ongoing situation requires some extraordinary measures.
Can you do a persuasion test for me? Because obviously you're not his like commanding officer, and he doesn't know who he's talking to.
I'm going to use some of my.
He's the secretary, isn't he?
I'm also going to.
Oh no.
I'm going to spend some of this lovely heat you've all given me to roll a test of my own. So I'm going to roll this face to face against you because he's going to do an observation test.
Okay.
To see if he can figure out that you're lying to him, basically. So this is good. This one's going to be face to face.
See how he reads you.
To see how, how he reads the situation. He's spending a lot of heat, just so you know.
Oh no!
I can spend another one.
Do another one.
If
Might
you want
as well.
to,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
What's
we're
your
looking
number?
for
8.
8.
Ooh.
So that would be
1.
How many successes?
That's 1.
That's one.
One success. Ooh, he got 2 successes.
Oh.
He's like, where's Captain Franz? I need to speak to Captain Franz before I let anybody in.
Can you reroute it again to you?
Yeah, I'll put on a silly voice.
Okay, well, feel free. At this point, he's starting to figure out something is up, and Victor's saying, my AR's showing a loop. It's not what's going on. They're all unsheathing their guns at this point and
punch?
readying their
Right.
weapons.
I'll ping these 2. It's all gone south.
Can I shoot them?
And Heinz is jogging
No.
up the corridor.
I want to shoot them.
He's on the comm log calling for reinforcements.
Yeah, but he
Okay.
can't.
Sorry?
But you can't.
He's on his personal comm log.
He's on Facebook.
Sorry?
He's just calling his friends on Facebook.
I mean,
Can
it
I
could be,
use-
yeah.
can I use
Just
my
like, get the
pistol?
squad down here, man. You know, yeah.
It's all going to get a bit loud, I think.
I think so too.
Louder than cats, deep grind wave painted armor.
Do I? Oh,
Which
yeah.
you haven't
Yeah.
specified you
Forgot
cleaned
about
off either.
Oh, we
for
went
that
back to
matter.
No, I
hotel.
quite like it. Yeah.
We did
Let's
we did go back to the hotel.
Oh, you did go back to this. Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Can I shoot someone?
Yeah, sure, absolutely you
I
can,
think
yeah.
we're all going to end up trying to shoot.
Yeah.
Do I have a
Yeah.
silencer on my gun?
Sorry?
Do I have a
I
silencer?
don't.
No, you don't.
The
No.
silence is going to be much use.
Who should I shoot?
All of
So
No, I can't
what you've
shoot them
got,
all at once in one roll. Can
what
I?
you've got at the moment is you've got Rolf is in the booth, and the booth is all glazed. You assume in sort of bulletproof fashion. There is a door to it, which Victor is outside, having not been let in because you were speaking to Rolf while Victor's trying to get in. Heinz is currently running up the corridor on his comm log, calling
It's got to
for
be
reinforcements.
Heinz. Oh, but then they'll hear the
Yeah,
death.
if he's on his comm log,
They'll
if
hear
he's
him
calling,
dying.
if he's calling for
Yeah.
reinforcements, then that's the one you need to check out first.
Okay,
I'd say.
but he'll be like, we need reinforcements.
Who's in the booth?
Rolf.
Rolf is in the booth.
Can I lock the door to the booth?
Oh,
yeah, you can.
Lock him in.
You can lock the door to
do
the
it.
booth.
Then I only
yeah.
have to deal
I
with
will
2
lock
of
the
them.
Go
door
for
to the
it.
booth.
Okay, yeah, no, so you lock the door to the booth, and Victor is there, sort of like, he was sort of trying to get in, and then he's getting his gun out, he's moving around. We are now in an action scene. They know something is up, so you guys can go first. Who is doing what, Kat?
I'm gonna shoot Heinz.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna...
Shoot him hard.
I don't know which talent to use though. I've got precise shot, clear shot, and marksman, and combat specialist. Wow.
Yeah, you've got all the combat skills. So the ones that are listed as close combat here. So you'll see that they've got so those are your close combat skills.
Each momentum spent on a CC test provides 2 extra to D20.
So that's in close combat.
He's too far away. Got it.
Yeah. So ballistics ones are your shooting ones. So I think cold shot is so normally if say you want to say right I'm shooting him in the face, that increases the difficulty of the shot for going for the head.
I want to shoot him in the head.
Okay, so normally that would increase the difficulty of that by 2, I think. Sorry, I'm just looking on my GM screen here to find that. Yeah, 2. So that would reduce that to 1. What range are we at here? We are at close range, not. So your multi-rifle, if you have a look at the range on your multi-rifle here. So yeah, your multi-rifle is fine for that, close medium range. So you're in perfect range for your multi-rifle. So there's no extra difficulty there. So it's just going to be a shot at 2 difficulty.
On what skill?
So that would be on your range, on your ballistics skill, which is here.
Skill.
So your target number is 15, and you've got a focus of 1.
Have a heat.
Thank you very much. Feel free to have another dice.
I have another.
Oh, you've got another one. Okay, cool.
Is 3 enough?
What are you looking for? 15?
You can also re-roll up to 3 dice.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Oh.
3 successes.
There you go. Yeah, you shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
Can you roll me the damage, please?
Yes.
So your combi rifle has a damage of
1 + 5 N.
So you do 1 damage automatically, plus 5 N, which is 5 of those, and also you have
wait, I got 3 of
bonus
these.
damage
You can re-roll as well.
of
I get
plus
one of these.
4 N. Sorry, you're going to need more dice.
This is very
So you can roll all
overwhelming.
of the dice.
All of the
Yeah.
dice.
All the dice.
Let's see how much
Shooting him in the
damage I do
face.
to his face.
1, 2, 3.
So that is.
Can I re-roll anything?
Sorry.
Yeah, you
Um.
can re-roll on the damage dice equal to.
Yeah. So you can re-roll 3 of those.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go. So
That looks good.
yeah.
And you've got a special effect.
So you've got 6, 8, 9, 10 damage plus. What's your special effect on your
Combi rifle.
combi rifle, please?
Special effect.
Okay.
Qualities.
Yeah.
Expert
So
1.
expert 1 and vicious 1.
Yeah.
So vicious 1 adds an extra damage.
I think he's been obliterated. So.
Yeah, I mean he's so unbelievably dead.
He's like on the walls.
Yeah, you know, it's actually. I tell you what, it's so unbelievably horrifying.
Oh no.
I'm gonna do a test on the other 2. No, actually, they're fine. So
Are they not traumatized?
No, they're well trained troops. So yeah, no, they're actually just very angry that their friend is dead. Right, Shaun, what are you doing? Because you're hacking, aren't you, Holland? So you're tippity tapping.
Have you let us know that
Of course.
he's locked in?
Yes.
Okay, good.
He's telling you through your cube.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
we're cute.
I mean, to be honest, I've just lean around the corner and shout, he's locked in.
Okay,
For victory.
I'm going to, but I'm not even going to draw a weapon.
He's right next to you, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not going to draw a weapon.
Oh,
I'm just gonna sort of nonchalantly lean over, like conspiratorially whispering to him, like we're old friends.
Is this to Rolf? In the booth?
No, to Victor, who's outside.
To Victor, right? Okay.
And say, Victor, which should scare him anyway. Why do we know his name? Victor, Victor, your friend Hines is little more than scum and jelly on the sidewalk now. I suggest you get out of here before we turn this place into a maniac's idea of hell.
Well, that's very, very chilling. Thank you for that insight into Raoul's character. Yeah, sure. Roll me a persuasion test. As a reaction, he is going to try and resist that.
Okay. As an intimidator, I gain 2 d20 per momentum spent. So I'm going to spend 1 to gain 2 more. So I'm up to 5. No, wait.
Yeah.
Why have I got 5? No, it's not right.
4.
Yeah. Do I know how difficult this is going to be?
Yeah, so this is going to be just difficulty 2. I mean, he's trained,
right, okay.
so it's not as easy as just anybody.
Sure,
but,
sure.
You know, yeah, it's also not hard. But we're going to do it as a face-to-face, so it will actually be difficulty 0.
Gotcha.
It's just how well does he roll versus how well do you roll.
Gotcha. And I can re-roll one of these.
Yeah.
Is that cocked? Is that a cocked dice?
Yeah, it is.
That one in the corner.
That's
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to re-roll that because it's cocked. I'm going to use my talent to re-roll that one.
Okay, sure.
Those 2 are successes.
Okay.
Oh,
Not great.
it's not great at all.
So he also got 2 successes. He did pretty well, really, for his to say that's his resolve. He's it's like hands on the ground, hands on the ground.
Wait, so
Sorry,
he wins
what?
as well.
Sorry,
What did he say?
hands on the ground.
Oh, hands on the ground.
He's got his gun out and he's telling you hands on the ground, hands on the ground. He's pretty freaked out, but he's also distracted by you.
Oh, I should think so.
So he's not shooting at you.
Can I now turn around and
sorry?
shoot him?
Well, it's Rolf's turn now because you guys have all had your go. One of my guys is dead, and
One of them's trapped in a box.
yeah. So Rolf is going to. He's on his comm-log. He knows he's stuck now. He's trying to open the door. He's not particularly adept at hacking, so he's not really going to try. He is instead calling for reinforcements on his comm-log. He's getting the message out loud and clear that, you know, he's like, oh my god, Heinz is dead!
Very professional.
Yeah. He's Captain Franz, please come out and save us all. Back over to you guys.
Who goes first?
I believe it was you that went first before. I mean, you guys can arrange between yourselves what order you go in.
You want me to shoot him?
I think you should go first. Yeah.
Can I shoot Victor?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Can I shoot Victor?
Or punch him.
No, he's too far away.
Is he?
wait, no, it's not.
You
It's right
can
next
do
to you.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah, because
Shooting's gonna do
you're
more
relatively
damage though,
close.
No,
So
my punch is as lethal as my
Really?
pistol.
Okay. Well,
this sort
whatever
of
works.
corridor area, this area around the booth, is basically a zone, if you like. Moving within that zone is considered a minor action. You can kind of do one of those alongside your action. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to reach over to him, grab him, throw him to the floor, punch him in the face, or whatever.
No, I
then,
just
yeah,
want to
you
kill
can
him.
do it. Okay, yeah, sure. Go for it. So...
Can I just use my pistol again? Can I, not again, but can I use my
Combi
pistol?
rifle.
Combi rifle.
Yeah, sure. So, sorry, something we forgot on the last time. So when you're shooting a combi rifle, it should have a burst stat on there as well.
Ooh.
So I think that if you have a look at your combi rifle,
2.
yeah, so you can do 2 shots with that per turn, not just 1. Sorry.
That would have been very
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I apologise for that one.
It's okay. But then, what you could do is we could coordinate and you could open the thing and then I could shoot both of them. One after the other.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go for
We do
that?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll wait till she's
you going
in.
first?
Yeah. I'll
So-
open the door.
Yep, you open the door. Pop, the door goes, whoosh, and Rolf is increasingly panically shouting for reinforcements at this point. So, over to you.
Okay, I'm going to spend this. Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Should I do another one just for luck?
Yeah, we want to make sure these are
Have that.
Oh, thank you.
taken out ASAP.
He is going to spend one of these to react to your action there. So he is going to react, seeing you moving around. Victor's taken his gun off you because he's like, oh wait, hang on, what was I doing?
Drawn a gun, I don't have no threat, apart from being creepy and threatening.
Very, incredibly creepy though, like, you know, yeah. Yeah, he's going to react by taking a shot at you.
This is close combat.
Sorry?
So each momentum spent on a CC test provides 2 extra d20.
No, this is shooting, isn't it? Not close combat.
Yeah, because you're shooting.
You're shooting,
Because you're going to do
not
burst 2. So Rolf is also going to react. So they're both going to react.
Can I react?
Sorry?
Can I react and shoot one of them?
You're still down the street, right?
I'm standing at the corner of the...
Oh, right, okay, at the corner of the thing.
Hence I said I'd just lean around the corner and shout about them.
Right, okay. You probably can shoot at Victor. I don't think you can shoot at Rolf because the door's obviously around the back, so you'd have to go around.
Okay, well, I don't want to endanger them if I'm shooting, so if I've got to shoot past them to hit somebody, then I won't.
Yeah, I think you probably would because you'd have to move around.
Then I will not, and I will instead stay at the end of the corridor, keeping an eye out for anybody else that might be coming this direction.
Sure.
How do I do this then?
So you do it as 2 shots essentially. So we'll do the first one first.
Who's it for?
Sorry?
Who's this one?
Who do you want to shoot first?
Victor.
Sorry?
Victor.
Okay, sure. So we're going to do it as a face-to-face. So it will be... Yeah, I will shoot at you, you shoot at me, and we see.
Cool, let's go.
So...
Nice.
That's a lot of successes, isn't it? I did not get so many successes.
How many did you get?
So I got 2 successes. So, not bad for corporate security. How many did you get?
4, 5.
5.
Yeah.
So then I get 3.
You get 3 momentum back, yeah. And
damage dice?
So yeah, damage dice. So it will be the same. I think, yeah, same.
500 dice.
Just all the dice.
This is great.
You get to reroll some of those, don't you?
He's dead.
Do I still...
Stop it! He's already dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So next one.
Next.
Okay.
Coming at you.
Ooh. Yeah.
You don't get all of those again, though, do you? Unless you spend.
I'll buy them.
It is a carnival of carnage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
all
all
successes.
All the successes again.
5 successes.
How many did you get?
Sorry?
How many did you get?
I didn't get any. And I got a complication as well.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I didn't get any because his gun jammed. Even though it was really close range, it's just
all the
high-tech
time.
guns. All the time.
All the time.
Only time he's ever pulled a trigger in his career. Yeah, sure. I'm not sure it's going to matter, to be honest. Yeah, it's
Ooh.
dead. Yeah. He's so super dead. So yeah, you just pop round, military precision, pop, 1 shot in each, and they're both dead.
Nice.
As Rolf's body slumps to the ground, smearing his brains all over the back of the booth, the sound of the bulkhead doors opening.
Here we go.
No, it doesn't. Because I control the bulkhead doors.
Oh.
Sorry? Okay, so you want to interfere with the bulkhead doors then?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
not having those bulkhead doors open if nobody's asked me.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Wait, but that's the only way we get in, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but I don't want it opening up and surprising us. If somebody's trying to open the door, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay, then we can...
So yeah, the doors start activating.
I will stop them from activating.
Okay, sure.
Somebody's trying to come out of the lab.
Yeah, so the doors start closing again.
Is it... I have a question. Is a stim like a bomb?
No, stims are like combat stims, so they're essentially...
No, you can't just say combat stims. I need to know what that is.
Narcotic, which will make you better in action.
I mean...
A cosmetics kit.
Yeah, for
You have a
disguises.
cosmetics
Yeah.
kit.
Man always has to look his best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got a repair kit.
Okay, so I mean, where are we going with this now?
There's only one way in.
Is there? Are we
Sure,
sure there's
but-
only one way in?
Let's not overthink this.
No. I'm gonna. I haven't moved. You've just
You're
shot
busy.
everyone
Yeah.
around me. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
dead bodies.
I'm gonna get into the booth and see what I can see. What sort of controls are in there? What Rolf had.
Yeah, I mean, you go in, there's a control for the main bulkhead door, but you don't need that. You've already got a digital sort of equivalent of it.
We should grab
I'm just a door button to you. Aren't I?
Yeah.
We should grab their
Just
passes,
a
though.
doorbell.
I am just a remote control.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
they have like security passes or swipe cards or something, or is it always going to be like a checkpoint situation?
It's a checkpoint situation. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we need to get in.
Yeah.
We
So
could.
let's position ourselves
Yeah.
around the doors.
I mean, you're really good at shooting things.
Yeah. So what I could
I'm
do
quite good at shooting
is we
things.
could.
I'm terrible at shooting things.
Ah, well, okay then.
I imagine so the door's like here, and then there's some wall. So if we could stand there, and then as they start running through, we could just like.
What
Okay.
weapons did the guards here have?
They have combi rifles. Or
Presumably,
those three had combi rifles.
presumably that's better than my heavy pistol.
Yes.
Are you any
Well,
good at
it's a
shooting?
rifle.
Well, I mean,
You could.
I mean, I could.
I might need your help. 'Cause there's
Yeah.
probably quite a lot of them.
All right, I'll reluctantly pick up a combi rifle. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it come to this? My illustrious career.
Okay. Yeah. You grab a
Forced to hold a rifle.
combi rifle to go with your pistol.
But I'm not coming out of the.
Sorry?
I draw my assault pistol.
I'm not coming out of the booth. I'm going to be firing from the booth.
You also, we won't be in line
Okay.
of sight. For
Doors
you to
open
shoot.
on the booth, so the
Oh.
booth is
Oh,
so
come
the
on.
corridor
Yeah, no, exactly, that's what I
is
mean.
like this.
Mhm.
At the end there is the door. At this end the booth is here, and the door to the
Oh,
booth
I
is on the back.
see.
So I mean, if you're firing from the booth and the door's open,
I'll
you're
come
not
out
getting
of
much.
the booth and hide behind the booth. Then.
I mean, you could drape Rolf over you as some kind of grotesque meat shield.
I mean,
I mean, that sounds
don't
probably
give
about
ideas.
your.
No,
Yeah,
we need
yeah,
to, we need to
growing
hide
up on
the wall.
Corregidor taught you some tough lessons about the value of human life.
yeah. And as a human body, as a ballistic cover.
Yeah.
We need to hide but the wall.
There is just enough space on the side of the bulkheads to squeeze one of you either side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do that.
I'll go one side. You go the other side. You hide in the booth.
Actually, can I lie down on the floor behind Rolf's body?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And play dead.
Play dead to start with, and
Yeah.
then I'll shoot from
You shoot-
prone.
Oh,
Shoot the ones
shoot
that
from
get
prone,
through.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Using his
Okay.
prostrate body as cover.
God,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's grim, but yeah, but you can do that totally. Okay, so you all prepare yourselves for what happens when the door opens. So you guys are on either side of the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm playing dead to start with.
Yep. Right.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Open door.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. The door starts opening, and once it gets going, it goes actually pretty quickly. As soon as it's open enough, you see 3 corporate security guys running out with their combi rifles. They are checking their corners, so they do see you as soon as they come out.
But as the door opens, just stick
Oh, we
the barrel
shoot
of
them
my
in the
gun there
legs,
and
yeah.
Close it down.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were ready, so you've got the advantage here. So yeah, I mean, I'm just describing the scene for you. So they're sort of hopping through while the door's half open.
Okay, well, closest guy to me is can I get it?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. So you're going to take a shot at him.
I'm gonna shoot at him 3 times. I have a burst of 3 on my assault pistol.
Okay. Cool. So
Wow.
you're
No,
going
but you
to.
can shoot at all of them then.
Yeah, but I'm not a very good shot, so I'm gonna shoot at one guy and make sure I kill
Okay,
him.
so I'll
dead,
do the
dead,
other
dead.
2.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. So he's going to react to that shot
Yeah.
by shooting you back.
Rude.
So yeah.
Some people.
We're
So going to do it face to face again.
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry, there's that. You ready?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
That is a
Pop.
reroll, that one.
Yeah, reroll that one.
That was a 3.
That
was a 3.
That's 1 success.
That's 2 successes. Sorry to say.
But you get to shoot them 3 times.
I do. I've
Sorry?
still got 2 more shots.
Yeah, no, that's it. And I have to pay more heat for every reaction that I do. So for the first reaction, it costs 1 heat. If I react again in the same phase, it costs me 2 heat. So then it's sort of a self-sustaining thing. So I can't really just keep reacting to everything.
Yeah.
Can he spend a heat and get a dice?
So
Can he spend a heat and get a dice?
yeah, you can spend heat. Well, you can spend momentum as long as you've got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have
So-
momentum.
Or give you heat.
But I can't do it after
yeah.
the fact, can I?
So he is going to roll and score 3 damage on you. Do you have any armor for soaking?
That would be no.
Okay, so That's going to be 3 points on your vigor track then.
Okay.
So,
But did I hit him because I still scored a success?
no, it was a face-to-face roll, so the winner of the face-to-face roll wins the
Okay.
outcome.
I still have 2 shots left
You
there.
do, yeah.
I really think you should spend that momentum.
Yeah, got it. So the second shot is
Ooh!
Better.
Yeah.
3,
4.
4 successes.
4 success. Oh, do I have a specialty in ballistics? I do not.
Three.
So that's 3 successes.
Okay, cool. Well, that's still very much a hit. So, do you want to roll the damage on
Yeah,
your...
so damage is 1 plus 4.
Okay, what's your ballistics?
My ballistics is 13.
13. Oh, okay, so pretty good. So, yeah, you get 3 and bonus damage.
Ooh.
So that is
Yeah.
1, 2, and 2
3,
vicious.
Right, okay, yeah, so...
That's 6.
6 damage, yeah, okay, so he is... Yeah, you...
I've still got another shot, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not dead yet.
So, no, he's dead.
He's
Oh, he's
dead.
dead.
He's so dead, yeah. So,
I hit
you're,
him
you're
with third
plugging
shot.
him full of holes, yeah.
You're just doing that to
you
make
just-
sure.
Just
Took-
for effect.
Yeah, you took a round back in return, but he's very much dead, yeah.
Okay.
So, who's next?
Me.
Okay, so you're doing the same thing,
Indeed.
punching them full of holes. God, I'm just...
Do I get
I'm going to try. I'm still going to try and react.
Okay.
do I get momentum for those last 2 shots?
Were they both hits?
They were both hits.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you get momentum
Two.
for... You get 1 momentum, I think, because you've got 2 successes.
2 successes on the third one and 2 successes on the fourth one.
Okay, so yeah, you get
the second one and the
one
third
momentum for each, because you needed 1 to get the success, and
Yeah,
then there was 1 over.
1 for the
So
access.
I'm going to pay a heat back to react to this. So I will try and shoot you back.
Ooh.
You get to re-roll them though.
How
2
many?
successes
How
for
many
me.
do I get to reroll?
What's your talent say?
So
Equal
that's
number of
So you
ballistics.
can re-roll
damage
3 of them.
dice.
I can
So
re-roll
3
that's
Oh.
damage dice.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
yeah. So you got 1 success.
1 success.
Oh yeah, I hit you. Great.
Oh.
Sorry, I just didn't figure that this would actually happen, so I'm kind of excited that
That's
I managed
alright,
to
you're
hit.
wearing loads of armor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I managed to get 5 damage on you. So your armor, though. Sorry, I need to find out where I hit you as well. So I hit you in the torso.
That's alright.
So what's your armor on your torso?
3.
3. So 3 of that is soaked up straight away. So you only take 2 damage,
Where
and
do
you
I
take
do
it on
that?
your vigor track because it's physical damage.
Got a decent amount of vigor, it's alright.
Yeah,
Can I do
yeah,
my-
no, you're super vigorous. You've got
I'm
all
vigorous.
you've got all the vigor.
Can I do my second?
Yeah, so you can do your second shot.
on the same
Absolutely.
guy? Because I'm angry now.
Yeah, and I shouldn't make you angry. I don't have enough heat to actually counter that.
What can we use the fortune tokens for again?
So infinity, those are infinity point tokens.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
They're like super momentum. So you can use those for
Automatic success.
yeah. So the main one is you can automatically turn one of your dices to a 1. So it's counted as rolled and being a 1. You can also use it for making sort of slight story changes.
Gotcha.
For introducing sort of new elements and stuff like that. You can also use it to add damage
Negate wounds?
and negate wounds. Yeah, same as you can use momentum to negate wounds as well. So yeah, it's basically super momentum if you like. I can get you the list if you want to.
No, I'm good.
You've got your second shot.
Yeah, I'm getting my
Yeah.
second
Okay, so
shot.
get your second shot out. Okay.
3 successes.
So all the successes. Okay, cool. So
How many
yeah.
did you get?
I'm not shooting back. He's had his shot, so
Ooh, thank you. Damage dice.
yeah, just roll all of them. Okay, yeah, he's dead.
Cool.
Yeah. There is
Still one guy out there.
one guy up. The other two,
haven't gone yet.
the other
This
two were
is
checking
your
the corners,
shot.
which is why they were reacting. He's sort of the one that was going out the middle.
Yeah.
So
Just
he's
a
not
spray
really
of
caught
blood
on.
from either side.
Everything's just going on around him. So you'll get to act first roll. So what's
Okay.
your
I'm no longer playing dead.
okay?
I'd like to shoot over Rolf's corpse,
Yeah.
using him to steady my aim
Oh god.
Oh,
and
God.
fire both my shots at the guy that's left standing.
Okay, absolutely, go for it. Make the rolls.
Use
Yeah.
them.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm going to. 'Cause I'm not super great. I'm going to use both of these.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I've got 2 shots. I'm going to use them both on the first shot.
Yeah, okay. The recall will
Sure,
get you on
what
the
are we
second.
looking
then.
for?
9.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean,
It's doable. There we
that's
Oh.
3
3
successes.
successes, yeah. So if you'd like to roll your damage, you won't get as much
Sure.
as so you will just get the normal 5. Is it that comes with the combat rifle? Is it 1 plus 5 N?
1 plus 5 inch.
Yeah. So you'll just get those,
5.
and then yeah,
Ooh.
that's
Ooh.
enough. He's dead.
Oh, bless him. Oh.
So yeah. So you've killed all 3.
I spent these, didn't I?
No, you got him back.
No, you got them back.
Oh, yeah.
You got them back for succeeding on your
It
roll.
was round and round and round.
Round
Okay,
and round
good.
they go. As the door finally comes to a full open, you look up past the man who you've just shot dead to see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so there's actually some
Uh-oh.
slightly
Uh-oh.
heavier guys
Okay.
back there.
Oh.
Yeah, what you see is powered combat armor,
Oh.
big suits of it.
Why are
They
you wearing that?
I think I am, but it's neon now.
Again, they're marked as the same corporate security, but obviously they're the elites. And familiar as you all are with sort of rank markings and things like that, you can tell that the Captain Franz
France.
is in the central suit. Obviously, they
How many suits?
3.
Can I hack the suits?
Yeah, they are heavy infantry, so they are in fact hackable. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can certainly hack the suits. I mean, you are a
I'm a combat hacker.
yeah. Unfortunately for you, though, they've just been stood there while you've been shooting their
Is it
friends.
their
So
turn?
it's their turn. So
Can we use this to make our turn?
sorry.
Can we use this to make our turn?
That's probably pushing it a little bit.
What if we all spend one?
Let me just have a quick look. So, sorry.
Oh.
Thinking. That's my thinking face.
So I will give you the list of things that you can do with them, and then you can decide
But as the
how you
GM.
would like to spend them. As the GM, I will probably not allow it unless there is a thing that yeah, okay, so you can use infinity points to get your d20 to perform. Okay, yeah, so technically you can. So you can use that to gain an additional standard action on your turn during an action scene. So it's still your turn, so you can spend that to get an additional action. Yes.
Okay. So I'll spend an action to hack
Yeah.
one of the suits. When you spend an action to
Shoot one of them.
shoot one of the suits.
No, we'll
I might as well spend an action to shoot one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So who's taking who?
I'll take the captain.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so you'll take the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So captain's in a suit. Tell me, how are you hacking him?
Okay, so I'm going to hack him to eject him out of the suit.
Um,
There's an emergency eject protocol. I want to try and hack into the suit. And,
there isn't. It's not a tag.
okay.
So it's
just
he's not
powered.
pilot. It's still strapped to him.
Okay.
It's just powered combat armor rather than
a big.
rather than a
exosuit.
big
Mecha
exosuit
type.
mecha sort of thing.
electrocute
So you
him.
can't eject won't work.
Okay, so what could I do to
You
him then?
could do so. You could use
it up.
Carbonite would be a program you could use to sort of immobilize him, essentially freeze him in place.
Yeah.
You could use I think it's gotcha, which would isolate him from his other team members. There's also, I can't remember the name, but there is one to mess with the AR so that you basically impersonate, so you make you guys look like you're basically not there or that you're somebody else.
We'll freeze him. We'll use carbonite.
Okay,
just lock
cool.
him in place so he can't move.
Yeah, go for it. So we're just going to do it as a normal hacking test, we will do it based on the difficulty. So it's going to be a difficulty 3 test. I'm just going to check his profile to see if he's got anything that would make that any more difficult. No. So yeah, difficulty 3 test.
Okay, so I'll spend points of
Yes.
momentum. 4 dice. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay, cool. So
What
yeah.
difficulty was it, sorry?
Sorry?
What difficulty was
It
it?
was difficulty 3, so you can get 1 back. So can you roll damage on that for me, please?
Yes, I can. What's my damage?
So on a standard hacking test, the damage is where's it gone? 1 plus 4n, I think.
Okay. So I can reroll a number of damage dice equal to my number of hacking talents, which is 3.
Yep.
And reroll 3 of these. We'll reroll those 3.
Okay,
There
cool.
we go.
So yeah, that's going to work. So and it's going to cause him 4 breach. So okay, cool. He is still there. You haven't completely destroyed his personal network.
I've got a damage bonus of +3 on my info.
Ah, right. Okay, so roll another 3 dice.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, so
8.
5.
5.
5.
Yeah, so the 4s and the 3s
5
don't.
plus 1 is 6.
Plus 1 is
plus
6. Okay, sure. So that is enough to breach his network. So you've just completely fried his network. The suit will now no longer function movement-wise. He can't move. The other things on it still work. So it's completely immobilized, and
Well, I'm
the
most
system is
concerned
fried.
about his trigger finger not being able to pull the trigger.
Well, the equipment sort of on the thing doesn't work either because the whole suit is frazzled. So
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let these guys know that the captain is disabled.
I think we can probably see.
Yeah.
Well, that all happened at the speed of thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Should I go for the next one?
Yeah. Take your pick.
You've got a range bonus as well, I think. If you look on your other sheet. Over on the right there. Over on the left there.
In the background, behind these guys, you can see
+1 what?
there
Plus 1
are
damage.
scientists all running around like crazy. They're like obviously scared. They're terrified, and they're all running for the for what seems to be a back exit down
I
the
don't have
end of-
control over that. Though,
Sorry, no, you don't have control over the
Why didn't we
interior
just
of
go
the
into the
lab.
back exit? Why didn't we
Because
just go in there?
we didn't know it existed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
shooting.
Yeah.
Can I use my burst to try and shoot the other guy as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think the burst is
So
that you
use
have to
that
shoot the
outline.
same target. I'm just going to check that.
Yeah.
It's you can shoot another one, but you have to spend a reload to do it, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and you have how many reloads?
4.
You have 4 reloads. Okay, so
I'm
you've
happy to do
used
that.
2 already.
I've used 2 already.
Yeah.
Presumably you can pick up some.
This is within a scene.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, within a
gotcha.
scene?
Yeah, so at the end of shooting everything, you get it all back.
Oh,
it's
that's
just
fine,
within a scene. Yeah.
Just weapons free. Shoot everything.
Ooh, 2 successes.
Oof, right, okay, so it's enough actually. So yeah, I mean you hit. So yeah. go ahead with your damage. Sorry, let me get his.
Ooh.
No, but I can.
3. You can reroll how many of them?
I thought I could 4 because you said that I get plus.
No,
1
I mean
damage.
it's 3 damage. It's 4 damage, 5
you-
damage because it's 1 plus.
Yeah,
I can reroll 3.
you can reroll 3. Yeah. So you've got 4 damage so far.
5 damage. 6.
Um,
6, 7 with vicious.
Right. Okay. So you do 2 damage to him because he's wearing heavy combat armor.
It's a combat rifle, so
he's
you've got
wearing
AP
powered
armor
combat
as well.
No, I'm afraid it doesn't. So yeah. So that's you want to spend a reload to do another shot?
Yes.
Okay.
On him or a different guy?
Well, who do you want to pick?
Well, I'll go for the same one.
Same one. Okay. Same again. Except
What
I
was
only
the
have
difficulty
3
for
dice.
that?
A 2.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay, it's a hit. Roll the damage.
Oh, please.
That's
Not
2,
great.
3, 4,
5 with
5.
mace.
Oh, there we go.
6.
6,
Yeah, okay, fine. So worth the reload. You tear through the combat armor and drop him.
Now, if you could just do the same thing again.
Right, yeah.
So is he dead?
Sorry? Oh, he's dead. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Super dead. Yeah.
Can I spend one of those in to get action?
Sorry?
I'll spend one of... Because we're still on R10 technically, aren't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
So
Yeah. So
I'll spend
you
one of those to get an
all
action.
spent one, didn't you, to get a thing?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And I will fire Rolf's combi rifle over Rolf's body at the other one.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you. I mean, you already had 1 reload. Did you take a second shot? You didn't need it, did you? I don't think last time. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you 1 reload. Because you're not equipped with them, so
Yeah.
normally you wouldn't. But
I'm spending 2 momentum.
okay, sure. I am going to spend 1 heat to react to that.
Why so mean?
Because, well, everyone else is getting killed.
That's 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So he is going to get that. Yeah, because he's really good. So he is going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
That's a lot of successes.
I mean, they are sort of,
I mean, he's still lying down behind Rolf's
Yeah,
body.
so
He
it's
gets
hard
some
to hit
soft
him.
cover.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get him. He's going to get some soft cover. He's going to get 2, I think. That's what that would work out.
Only
Thanks,
3.
So I've got 5 successes. So that will be because he's wielding a heavy machine gun.
Oh,
my
is he
God.
Strapped to
Is
his,
he now?
no, he really is. They all are. And also, he has a special ability called Bullet Hell or Bullet Storm.
I like him.
Yeah.
I'm warming to him now.
So I'm going to use Bullet Hell,
Good, I'm down for
which
that.
gives the HMG the indiscriminate quality.
Wow.
Which I'm pretty sure means I can
Shoot everyone by the sounds of it.
yeah, basically it just covers the whole area. It reduces the damage, but it hits basically everybody. Where is it? Here we go. There it is. What were the each target suffers the attack's damage even if the attacker wasn't aware of their presence. You can attempt separate defense reactions, but resolving them on a fixed difficulty of challenging D2. So now I get to roll all the damage. I get 2 plus 6n damage.
Oh no.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so minus 2, so everybody receives 4.
Everybody?
All 3 of you, yeah.
Indiscriminate.
But that's minus your soak. So
But where did you hit us?
so I hit you in the torso.
Me?
Yep. So you took a hit in the torso.
Okay, so overall it was what? 4.
4. So
4, and then I have 3.
yeah.
So it's only 1 for
it's
me.
only 1. Yeah. See? And I will have hit you. Roll in. 'Cause So you do have things. So your torso as well.
Okay, but
so
you gave me 2 from Rolf as well, right?
Yeah.
So
I've got
That's
1 for
3,
torso,
so you get 1.
3 in total.
yeah. So
I take
you're only
one
going to take 1 damage.
That's
Yep.
good.
And I hit
We,
Harlan in the left leg.
Oh.
Okay, I have no armor.
Oh
no
no!
Yeah.
You're going to be limping.
So you are going to take 4 vigor damage.
Can I soak it using momentum?
Yes. So, actually, since momentum. So you can. Yeah, so damage inflicted by the current attack ignores an amount of soak equal to twice the momentum spent. So you can soak 2 of them.
Oh,
so it's 1 momentum. Yeah.
That's not as bad, I guess.
Well, yeah, since I'm running out of vigor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you run out of that vigor, you will take a wound. That you don't die until you take 5 wounds.
Okay.
So you've got, there's a lot more to go.
Hide behind more corpses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have a handy horse. You say.
Yeah.
that was his reaction. Are you going to spend your reload to do another shot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm not taking a shot from him and not firing back. I haven't got any momentum to spend, so I can't add anything to it. That's 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. He's not firing back because he's not got any heat to spend on reactions.
not.
So,
Was it 5?
it would have been one
plus
success.
5.
You're at correct range, aren't you? You've got
yeah,
correct
I've
range,
I've got ranged damage plus 2. Apparently.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
Well, 5.
Who knew?
1
So,
plus
yeah,
5.
take an extra 2 dice then.
So is that 6 then?
6, yep.
I can count.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Some.
5. What's the
plus
It's a
vicious.
Vicious, isn't it?
Vicious. So 2.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that would be 7
6.
damage.
7?
Sorry, yeah, no,
6.
6 damage. So he takes 1 damage.
Ugh.
7.
Big armor.
7. 2.
No,
3,
but I rolled
4,
extra
5,
dice.
6.
That's-
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So
So he's been winded slightly.
yeah,
It's
he
been mildly
Just a scratch.
inconvenient.
yeah, pinging off his armor. So as you finish taking your shots and you hear his gun revving up again,
Oh, good.
a very, very loud shot rings out from behind you, and the guy's head just goes poof and disappears in a cloud of mist, because all this gunfire has attracted some attention. And as you turn around, you see that the moderators have arrived.
We're saved.
Yeah,
right, I know.
Leading them, there is a group of. There's quite a few of them. There is 5 moderators. There are 2 mobile brigaders, which are power armored guys who are even bigger than the guys you've just been fighting.
Good.
And leading them is a woman that especially you, Raoul, recognize as a Reverend Moira.
Oh, God.
So they are an observant sort of special troop, if you like.
Okay.
So,
What, I mean,
Right.
what does that actually mean, though? Like, when you say I observe her,
sorry,
I recognise her.
the observance of St. Mary of the Knife.
Yeah.
So they are the sort of religious military order that you were sort of partially raised alongside.
Right.
So you would certainly recognise, I mean you all would, because they're quite famous. They are very, very sort of hardcore troops. You know that to be the
What's
case.
the correct form of address?
I'd probably
Reverend.
name, but yeah.
Moira.
Sorry?
Moira. Or
That's
in
not her
Moira-
name.
Moira's
That's the title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are sort of scientists in the background,
We could-
sort of employees of.
Jump through the door and shut behind us.
That's what I thought we should do.
Unfortunately, he's back down there. We're right next to the door. He's back down by the booth.
This is split the party time.
Okay, well, I'm going to leap over the door.
Okay.
Step in through the door.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because you know them, don't you?
Well, you don't know them. You don't know them personally, but you
I can
obviously
open the door again.
recognise,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I'm going to shut the door.
Okay.
Wow.
So you shut the door. There are shouts down the other end. You're obviously crouching. I'm just going to do a roll. So there is some gunfire coming down through the door. You're obviously still crouched behind a body in the booth. So
while this is going on, I might just take the opportunity to drop the combi rifle.
Yeah. So
look as non-threatening as possible.
So inside the doors close up. You are sealed inside the lab. There are scientists there, employees you presume of Paragon Sigma. Outside, the moderators are walking down the corridor, basically shouting instructions at each other. Get the door open, all that sort of thing.
Great.
I'm going to head for the nearest terminal that I can see and try and salvage any information.
Okay. So you go over to a terminal, you tap yourself in. You've already hacked the Black Labs system, so you already have all the access that you need. It's still empty.
It's still empty.
Outside, you've obviously been spotted.
Mm-hmm.
And the Reverend Moira is sort of like coming over to talk to you, ostensibly.
When they arrived, and I was hiding behind Ralph's body, I assumed I was still in the booth, so there would have been like they probably wouldn't be able to see me hiding behind his body with a combi rifle when they arrived.
As they walk down, but then obviously they're going to turn around and investigate the scene.
Yeah.
So,
You can play the victim.
sorry?
You can play the victim.
Oh yeah, sure. You can
That's
play it
what-
whichever way you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you did say you dropped the combi rifle. So,
Yeah.
So
Right,
the Reverend Moira comes over. She introduces herself as sorry, what about her name? Lena Yannon. Sorry, I can't pronounce my own names that I made up. I'm so sorry. Lena Yanovna. Yeah. And she is a Reverend Moira. And she asks for what's been going on.
Okay, Bureau Noir, do we outrank moderators in general? I know it's a different organisation, different agencies, but...
Yeah, so the moderators are basically just the police.
Yeah.
Reverend Moiras have their own agenda, their own thing going on. You can pull your O12 credentials, and that does carry weight, but it also, you can't say, I'm Bureau Noir, out of the way, I'm doing my thing, because they might just be like, well, this is our ship, so, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that blasé.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's that sort of thing. It's like, the UN carries weight, but, if a country wants them out, it'll just kick out the ambassadors, right?
Yeah. I'm going to look up at her from the floor.
Yeah. Face covered in blood.
Yeah. Try and look as terrified as possible.
Yeah.
And say, thank goodness you're here. What took you so long?
We heard the gunfire. What are you doing here?
I'm with O12.
You're with O12?
Yes.
Credentials, please?
Okay.
Okay, so you give her your
Blood-soaked
credentials.
credentials.
Yeah.
I'll slowly stand up
Yeah, okay.
and show her my... Presumably we have O12 credentials that don't say we're Bureau Noir operatives, and we have credentials that say we are.
I mean, you can show her your Bureau Noir credentials. It's like, FBI badge. Here's my
It's probably going
credentials.
to be like digitally signed,
Yeah.
something around.
Okay.
So she says, you're Bureau Noir then. What's been going on here? We've come down. She tells you basically that she's kind of aware of the lab. She wants to know what's been going on because they're coming down to investigate it as well. Do you want to share information is the offer that she's putting to you, basically.
I mean, can we... Sorry to harp back on this again, but what is the relationship between the Revemoras and Bureau Noir? I mean,
So-
we don't. Are we allies? Would our
technically-
agencies cooperate?
Technically, everybody is allies, you know. But yes, I mean, particularly for you, if your background is with the nomads, and particularly religiously speaking, you are sort of affiliated with them. So yeah, you would look upon them favourably. As a person, as Bureau Noir technically kind of both is and isn't friends with everybody and anybody.
Do I know how her organisation feels about AI?
Yeah, they hate it. Their entire mission is to stamp it out and destroy it.
Brilliant. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
I've warmed to her very strongly.
Yeah.
Okay. But she's here with the moderators as well, who are...
They're basically police, but I mean, in this instance, they're very much under her command.
Okay. May I speak freely?
Absolutely.
Okay,
please
that's
do.
what you asked for. We are investigating reports that may lead to information on the whereabouts of a dangerous faction
I see.
relating to the AI threat.
Right. We're aware of the AI. It's something that I've been tracking myself. We believe it's an Aleph false flag operation designed to incriminate us nomads. She's speaking to you as a nomad here. And that it's being used as a thinly veiled cover in order to implant Aleph operatives within Bakunin. This is unacceptable, and we need to get evidence to support this and just demonstrate it to the O12. Yet another act of Aleph aggression, which we will not stand for. And
I quite agree.
yeah.
And what have you discovered already?
So she's very open with you with what's going on. So she tells you that she has an agent who was involved called Evie Kepler. And she went and met her out in the middle of deep space in order to maintain her cover, where Evie gave her all the information which you then find out is all the information that she also gave you. And that, coming back, she obviously dug a little further. Then there was reports of gunfire in one of the locations that she was investigating, which was the Deep Lab, and that's why she came down. She then asks you if your guys in the lab will open up. If we pause it there, in the meantime, what are you guys doing?
Well, if there's no
Can
electronic evidence,
I could try and intimidate some of the staff.
I was just going to say, let's start talking to the
Okay, cool.
the people here.
So, yeah, you're going to... There are scientists there?
Whilst you're intimidating the staff, I'm going to look at the equipment in the lab and see if I can work out what it was used for, what this lab was doing, that
So
kind of stuff.
investigation sort of thing.
Investigation stuff.
Yeah,
I'm going to use
okay.
I've got a number of, I'm a natural engineer, I've got some tech skills that I'll use to
Okay, yeah.
evaluate the lab.
You've got, there is a specific tech skill, I think.
There is a tech skill.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, yeah, you can use that, that's fine. Okay, so, yeah, do you want to... so you're going to go over to...
I'm really not persuasive, though.
Okay. I mean...
No, but you can intimidate.
Intimidation's actually a persuasion skill.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, you can
I just grab one of them?
You can beat it out of them if they want, yeah. So you go over to the, he looks like the lead guy, everyone else is kind of carrying behind him, there's three of them. And
I'm looking through the shelves, there's a sound of meaty punches coming from I don't know what that is.
Okay, so you can't really hear what's going on here, right? Okay, so he tells you about the company, who it's allied with, who runs it. So he's quite happy to divulge all the information about who's behind the company to you. He also tells you that there is a what was his name? Here we go. His name's Jeffrey Sung. had a name for him. I wanted to use it.
Dr. Harold Francis, I told you.
So?
Dr.
Harold Francis, yeah. So he will tell you that the commission for the A came from a shadow agency, but that the company is owned by these people.
Which people?
Well, you can't hear, so it's fine.
Which people?
Sorry?
Which people?
You already know, or you should. So he says, strangely, it seemed like they were picking up on an existing project where much of the work was already done. He confirms that the cube that Kepler collected, he confirms that she did collect it, firstly, and secondly, that it was the only aspect that they ever created from the AI that they had, and that the core, which is the actual main AI core, was just transferred personally by an Azura. An Azura is a specific type of Aleph aspect. They're basically the baddest of the badass art. They come in the most technologically advanced living hosts. They are the ultimate fighters, basically, and they also possess like the specific type of personality that Aleph gives them is very, very cold, calculating. They have absolutely no mercy, no anything. They operate to get a job done. That's it. They are the stuff of nightmares. It's what nomad parents tell their children is coming to get them in the night.
I mean, if I didn't hate them, I'd probably want to be one.
Yes.
Robot
Yeah.
John Wick in a synthetic body.
Exactly, yeah. Don't kill them, they're dogs, seriously.
Yeah.
She was calling herself Darika. He'd never seen her before. Because she was an Aleph aspect, he assumed that she was confiscating the AI, especially with everything going on. They'd had orders from corporate to destroy everything. Records-wise, that is. But he's still confused as to why Kepler was there, because she was. They have, at the back entrance, there is a private airlock with a tunnel leading to the outside, and Kepler's ship was docked there. And that's where the core was loaded onto by the Azura, personally. Then CSU was there, guns everywhere, and he knows a lot better than to argue with you and fight you. You're questioning. He just wants to get out of there alive. His career's already pretty much in tatters. So, and there's always another Black Lab hiring, so it's fine. So that's what you get from him. Do you want to do me a tech test, please?
Yep. Tech.
So it should be on here.
Oh,
yeah, on that one. There you go.
Well, I can reroll that.
Yeah.
And that's 3 successes.
3 successes. Oh, brilliant. Okay, good.
Are you trying to zoom?
No, I'm scrolling. Oh god, there's lots of pages here. I really wrote this stuff, some of it. Again, you find out that the...
What difficulty was that, sorry?
Sorry?
What difficulty was that?
It was... Oh, sorry, yeah, difficulty 1, so yeah, take 2. So you find out that an AI core was indeed being developed here. You find on some of the non-linked terminals, because there were some dumb terminals knocking around, so you find some dumb terminals which shows a secondary storage location, which is out on Human's Edge. It seems to be on what looks like a dead asteroid. It's a spot, middle of nowhere, basically out on Human's Edge. Then you find, so yeah, again, looking through some of the stuff, you find like memos and stuff, orders that, things are to be cleared out, that, the whole operation, both the company and the lab, is to be empty by the end of the day. You find out that only one aspect cube was made, and that it was made, or at least the staff were under the impression that it was being made as a demo for a potential buyer.
Does it say who the potential buyer was?
No. They don't know. This is just the impression that they had.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's what you find out there. Anything else you guys want to do before I go back to Shaun? Or
I'll
Raoul, sorry.
confer with Kat and share what knowledge I have.
Yeah, we'll share knowledge.
Okay. So you're sharing what I've just told you. Outside, Raoul.
And Lena.
And Lena.
Lena. I'll stop strolling towards the doors.
Okay. Yeah.
Presumably she's walking with me.
Yep.
And I'll say, how much do you trust this Evie Kepler?
Well, I thought I trusted her quite well. We've given her some important assignments.
I mean, Evie's playing with us, with them, with Submondo.
Yeah, I'm gonna... You can't trust her. She's playing every side against the middle. She has dealings with Submondo. She's been in touch with us.
She sort of furrows her brow and doesn't look particularly happy at the news. And she starts shouting orders at people to get tracking. She wants to find out where Evie is. Are you opening the door?
Yeah, well,
Nobody's asked me to.
on the way there, I'll get...
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
could you let us in, please?
Am I going to get shot?
No, it's fine.
Okay, I'll open the door.
We're all friends here.
So you open the door and you all reunite. And we're going to leave it there! I'm so sorry. Just when it was getting exciting, but you got to find a cliffhanger somewhere.
Yeah.
You're all now together. Presumably you will all share the information that you have told each other.
Yep.
Well, not all of it by the sounds of it.
And so now we shall leave it there. Thank you everybody at home for watching. I've got a few shout outs to make. So thank you very much to Geek and Sun for the lovely table that we get to play on. We have stuck with the Deep Grindwave Pink. Maybe next time we will do the blue. I'm not sure if we can do it alternating, unfortunately, but I will look into it to see if we can. Also, shout out, thank you very much to all of our new subscribers. If you do want more Infinity content, that is the best way to do it. Subscribe with us, join up, follow the feed. The more people we get watching, obviously, the more of this stuff that we're going to make and the more of it I get to do. So that's absolutely fantastic for me and for all of us, because I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Great stuff. Okay, cool. So thanks again. Follow us next week. We will be here at the same time for the conclusion of our story. And finally get to actually maybe catch up with Kepler. Who knows? And then maybe we'll find out what all the different motivations are. So again, thank you very much. And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Cheers.